Okay. All right. Here we go.
Are you letting them all in or mine? Or you are?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, you guys, welcome. It is 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Maybe it's 9 o'clock where you guys are. I'm Casey Stamfel, but y'all come on camera because Catherine and I, we don't care if you are in your bathrobe or if you're making dinner or if you're getting kids ready for bed. We don't want to just see ourselves. We like to see your smiling faces, and we're here tonight because we want to talk to you about this amazing program. So, y'all come on camera if you don't know how. I'll prompt you in a little bit, but I'm Casey Stanfill, and this is my beautiful host, Catherine Vaughn. Um, and before we get started tonight, we have a little video to share before we get into the details of what this program looks like, some of the new program details, because we've got some new exciting things that have just come out. I want to share a video that Catherine put together that I just thought was really perfect for this occasion. So hopefully I can share my screen and play this before we get started and not screw anything up. But hold on. Can you see this, Catherine?
I
Hopefully.
can.
Okay. So
Yes.
this is my friend Catherine. Here we go.
I look at this girl and my heart just aches. COVID happened, my mom died, cancer happened, grief happened. I kept moving because that's what dancers do. But somewhere along the way, I lost my choreography and I lost me. The little girl who loved to dance and skate never disappeared. She was still in there, just waiting until I was strong enough to find her. One healthy choice became another, one promise to myself became another, and little by little she came back. Not because life got easier, but because I decided I wasn't finished. Today, I dance, I skate, I dream, I laugh, I live. Because this isn't just a before and after, it's the story of a woman who found her way back to herself. And if you're wondering and watching if this is you, if she's still in there, she is. Don't stop looking for her because she needs you to believe that she's in there.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I love that. I saw that on Catherine's page earlier this week and I had to share it. So, like I said, I'm Casey Stamfel. This is my beautiful co-host, Catherine Vaughn, and I'm just going to turn it over her to introduce herself and thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Hey, everybody. I'm Catherine Vaughn. So you just saw a little bit of my story just now. And I had gone from a little figure skater frame, like, 5'3", 112 pounds to, 197. So that was quite a lot on me. And, you know, when my mom was sick and my mom got cancer and she was in the hospital, she got admitted into the hospital and she never got out. And it was really difficult because, the grief came on, the depression came on, just watching her, you know, deteriorate from cancer. And then in the meantime, she convinced me to go to the doctor. And so I said, okay, I'm going to the doctor. And they said, well, you can't get pregnant, so you may as well just have a hysterectomy because of her history. Because my mom ended up passing away in June. Again, she lasted 4 months in the hospital. And then when they went in and they did the hysterectomy, they found cancer on my ovary. So I ended up with ovarian cancer, which was really difficult to deal with. I was so frightened that I was not going to get out of that hospital bed once I had my hysterectomy that I actually went on this plan right before I had my hysterectomy. And I lost 16 pounds before I went and did that. Then I continued and went through chemo and cancer and the whole thing and ate my Optavia. Then it was Optavia, now trilivy fuelings throughout the whole process. And because of that, I was stronger than the other people undergoing chemotherapy treatment. I had balanced nutrients. I had perfectly perfectly put together protein snacks and I did not have to worry about a thing. I didn't have to go home and make my food. I just went ahead and I ate that and I was fine. Now my labs are, I'm 5 years out now. My labs are completely clear. My doctor says she can't even tell that I had cancer, and it was all because of this plan. So if you're new to this program, or if you're a restart, I can talk to you about both of those things, because I was new to this program and then I was also a restart. So in the meantime, I did that, and then I stopped losing weight, and I ate the food and I did the things, and then I gained all my weight back, because then I was depressed after my mom passed away, and I had PTSD because of the cancer, and then my dad died and my grandmother died and everyone passed away, and just grief just eats you up, right? And then you feel like you have to fill yourself with food and drink and all the different things to heal yourself, but you're really just pushing it down further and further and further. Well, that's what I did. And finally, I had had enough, and I knew this plan worked. And I came back and I went to my cousin Bailey at the time, and she helped me. I reached my hand out to her, and she helped me. We got started. And then I went upon my journey, and I lost all my weight. And now I'm in the renew phase, which we'll talk about that later. So I'll let Casey talk about it now.
Wow. And I've never heard your full story, Catherine. So thanks for sharing that. And my full name is Catherine as well. So, and we spell it the same way. So listening to her story earlier, my story is somewhat similar, but somewhat different. I got on program right after, which was formerly Optavia, now Trilivy, right after the pandemic because my dad had passed away, right? So we share that story. I had also had a hysterectomy. I know for the men on here, this is a lot of estrogen talk, but everything was completely awry inside of my body, completely wacky. If you are hearing anything that Catherine and I are saying tonight, you feel connected, put it in the chat. And I thought my metabolism was broken. And one of my friends, who's a cervical cancer survivor, sent me a picture, which was a miracle that showed up. And I started program the day after Super Bowl 4 years ago. I lost my weight, but I also got metabolically healthy again because I don't know if any of you guys that are on this call tonight are struggling
It's
with
just
any
they
form.
think that they're
Oh,
on Zoom and they can't
oh,
be seen. It's
Oh, just a sec.
crazy.
I don't know if any
Yeah.
of you guys are struggling with any health issues. Metabolic dysfunction is what we call that. So high cholesterol, high blood pressure, elevated A1C, those sorts of things, liver dysfunction, inflammation. But y'all, my cholesterol was through the roof. So it
Mhm.
was well over 200 into the mid 200s. My triglycerides were crazy. So I dropped 21 pounds of body fat. But y'all, I also got metabolically healthy. And that was really never my intention when I started out. So I know that there's lots of you guys here. We have 33 people on this chat. Where are you from? Who invited you here tonight? So tell us who you are, where you're coming from, who your coach is, if they invited you, or who the nice person was that invited you to this call, because we want to see where you guys are from. So put that in the chat. I live in San Diego. Catherine's in Vegas, so we're just right down the street from each other. But we're going to talk to you guys about this amazing program and some of the transformations that it's undergone over the past couple of months. But Catherine, I want you to tell people that are here, for the same reasons that you were here, what you told me earlier today. Some people are here for all different reasons. So if they're here for some of the reasons you were here in the beginning, talk to them about that.
All right. So, once I had gone through all of the things, let's just be honest, I was not confident anymore. I wasn't able to wear the clothes I wanted to wear. I thought I hit 40 and this is just how it is now, I guess. I'm not going to be cute anymore, and I'm just going to look like a busted up can of biscuits when I put a dress on. Um, you know, I was mourning the old part of myself, and I wanted to be in the holiday pictures, and because I'm an I'm an ex Las Vegas showgirl and also a figure skating professional on the road. Like I toured with Stars on Ice. I was on Royal Caribbean performing in the ice skating show. All the SeaWorld shows skating as well. I was in all of those shows. So like being in the pictures, being in the spotlight, that's just me. That's what I love, and that's what I crave. But I no longer wanted to be in the pictures. So like for instance, now the holidays are what, 5 months away. We know you all want to be in those pictures and make those memories. Your kids want you to be in those pictures. That mom wants to not be in the pictures. Don't photograph me, right? But here's the thing. You actually do want to be in the pictures. I know you do. And I know you want to be in the photo books and you want to just feel good in the pictures. I mean, period. So if you're here for the vanity piece, this plan is going to match your waistline. It's going to take that inflammation out of your face. You are going to be looking so beautiful and you're going to be shining and glowing and just feeling great in your skin, period. And that confidence, it's going to shine through your eyes. And when you see those photographs, you're going to be like, I didn't search for an angle so that I look good in this. Let's see if I can bend over the wrong way or, bend this way so that I look better. You're not going to have to do any of that. You're going to be able to just be you and shine and enjoy yourself.
No, I love it. And if you're not here for vanity, that's why I started 4 years ago. But if you're here, I did see in the chat, some people are struggling with health issues, right? So if you're here because you are struggling with health issues, you don't have to put them in the chat, but if you feel comfortable doing it, but this program reverses some of those big health issues that I mentioned. So, high cholesterol, like I struggled with, like it actually reverses that. A1C, which is elevated sugars, high blood pressure. We are not doctors, nurses, practitioners, or anything like that. These are just our experiences. But high blood pressure is something that we can claim that we reverse with this program, with this amazing program. Insulin sensitivity, y'all, and lots of other things like liver health that can get better. So fatty liver, if y'all are familiar with that, like 1 in 5 Americans struggle with fatty liver these days. PCOS, which is now called PMOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. Better sleep, y'all. Who wants better sleep? Mental well-being, quality of life. Everybody wants a better quality of life. Digestive health, like that's a big struggle for a lot of people. So if you feel connected to anything I'm saying or struggling with right now, put it in the chat that you feel connected. Muscular skeletal health, joint health, like all of these things that we can actually claim that we reverse through this program. So that is amazing and miraculous. And yeah, you might be here for some vanity reasons. You might want to fit back in your pants again. You might want to be able to get back on the floor and play with your grandkids. You might want to get back in your bikini, especially the men here. But the health issues are really the reason why we're here. That's the underlying issue. So, metabolically, we want to get you all the way to healthy, reverse
Mm-hmm.
everything bad that's going on the inside of your body. And we're going to tell you what the program entails. So, we're just going to go through the nuts and bolts. So, if you're a restart here, or if you are a brand new person who's never heard one thing about our program, Catherine's going to just give us the nuts and bolts. Like, Catherine, what would I be doing if I started program with you next week? What does that look like? Tell me, give me a little bit more detail.
Well, long story short, you're going to be eating the nutrition, you're going to be drinking the water, you're going to be going to sleep, and you're going to rinse and repeat. That's all you're going to be doing, and you're going to be checking in with your coach. But let's talk to you a little bit about that nutrition. The nutrition is nutrient dense, right? And it's balanced protein, balanced carbs, low fat, low sugar, low sodium, deliciousness. Okay. And you're not going to be missing out. We're going to be fueling our bodies every 2 to 3 hours, and we're going to be balancing our blood sugar. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to get into this lovely thing called fat burn. And within 4 days, what happens is your body is in that fat burning state. And it's kind of like it's, it's not keto. It's a gentle ketosis, but it's very friendly, and your inflammation is going to go down in your face and in your joints. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, you're going to have more pep in your step. You're just going to feel alive, and you're going to feel great. You're going to feel dialed in, focused. Your waistline's going to start to shrink. You're just going to feel amazing, and by day 7, other people are going to start to notice, and we're going to hit you with a follow-up call on day 7, and it's going to be awesome because we're going to talk about, oh my gosh, look at your progress, and we're going to see the difference from day 1 to day 7 and celebrate how your body fat has come down and how your visceral fat has come down, And that's that scary fat that wraps around your organs that can cause all those problems that Casey was just talking about a few minutes ago. So our program is really magic, and that is what happens. And then so after the nutrition piece, as far as the coaching goes, you're going to get one-on-one support. We're going to be there for you through the beginning all the way through the three phases of our program, which is reset, refine, renew. So some of you may be here to lose, maybe a little bit of body fat, a little bit of belly fat, a little bit of visceral fat, or some pounds, or just to get your energy back and just feel like you again. There are various phases of the program, and your coach that you will have will assess what phase you're in and walk you through because we've all lived. So
Mhm.
I think it's wonderful. It changed my life, and I know it's going to change yours.
Yeah. And I mean, in addition to the nutrition, so the nutrition's simple. It just shows up to your doorstep. So it takes like all the guesswork out of that. I always tell my clients it's like the healthy grocery store that shows up to you. It's 85% of your nutrition. And then you just make one healthy meal. We call it, it's a fancy way for saying a protein and a veggie. It's a lean and green. So it's a protein and a veggie. So your healthy high protein snacks, we call them fuelings, and your lean and green, you drink a lot of water and you get into this heightened state of what Catherine was talking about, fat burn. But the really special part of our program is the coach, y'all, because how
Mm-hmm.
many of you guys in this chat or in this call tonight have tried any other program before? Anybody tried anything before? I mean, I'm sure between how many of us here, 38 people here, we've tried every single crazy thing out there. If it was like the grapefruit diet or, all sorts of things that are out there, but we've probably tried all of it. And how many of us have failed because we didn't have someone to keep us accountable? That's what Catherine was talking about. So that's the beauty of this program. You lose 10 times more fat, 10 times more weight, 17 times more fat with a coach, but you retain 98% lean muscle mass. Like that's mind blowing, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I tried everything. I would think about Monday, like how much could I possibly lose by Christmas? And I would use the my fitness pal, and then by Thursday I'd already failed because I didn't have the accountability of someone walking beside me to guide me. And that's what makes us special is the coach. It's not just some high protein fancy snacks with a lean and green meal. It actually comes with accountability. It comes with community. Like, look around you here. Look at these screens. Like, half
Mm-hmm.
of these people, I see some coaches on here and some of my own clients that I did not even know before this program. So, you have to form a healthy community around you. And I just met Catherine in Florida a few weeks ago. So, you need a healthy community around you to change that. So, and if you guys have any questions while you're talking, please put it in the chat because we want to be able to answer those if we're not getting to it. But Catherine did touch on the fact that we were previously another company. Now we are called trilivy, right? So, and if you haven't heard anything about this, you're brand new, great. But if you are a reset client, you're probably thinking like, what in the heck is the difference between what used to be Optavia and Trilivy. And so I'm just going to touch on it very quickly. So our old program, that's where I lost my 21 pounds of body fat. Love it. I would do it again. That was 4 years ago, and I've been able to maintain that. But y'all, our new formulation, it's a new formulation that's got a couple new fancy ingredients in it. So it's got, which I don't understand anything about science, y'all. You tell me it works better, I'm going to try it. So they've got three different ingredients. We have a proprietary technology, which is just proprietary to us. But the three new ingredients, they're going to help you. These are the things I cared about. Help you process, help your liver process food more efficiently. Help you with stabilizing your blood sugar and metabolism. And there's a postbiotic and two other things called chromium picolinate and choline, which help you with that. So and y'all, I don't know what's in these amazing things. I wish I had a package in front of me, but they're beautiful. But we have a pilot that's been going on with some of our coaching team just to prove to our clients that it's actually more effective. And I just want one person from my team to come off and share with you, Brooke Melling, and talk about her experience with these products. But y'all, They're crazy. Like, I love them. It's just like our old program that has been enhanced and it's like faster fat burn. Brooke, are you there to kind of tell everybody about your experience over the last few days with the new
I
product?
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. Um, Taking it back just a little step, I connected so much with both Casey and Catherine, a lot with Catherine. I've struggled with my weight for 20 years, 2 decades, and tried everything under the sun. And I did go and join Optavia 3 years ago, and I lost 52 pounds on our original Optavia program. Thank you, Optavia. Loved our old products, and have kept off the weight. But with our new trilivy line or trilivy products, I hopped on to the 10-day reset with my coaching team. Why not? I had reached what I thought was my goal. The top end of the normal range was my goal. And with these new products, I was able to break a stall, that I had had for the last 2 years. So I was happy where I was at. But once I hopped on, our Trilivy products, I lost 7 pounds in 10 days. So an additional 7 pounds. So I'm at my high school weight again, which is crazy. More energy than ever before, even more than on our Optavia products. Less hunger. I'm literally having to remind myself to eat again. My metabolic age, I'm 47 years old in real life, but my metabolic age for the first time is 46 years old. So I'm aging backwards, thanks to our Nutrility products. And I've dropped 1 point in my visceral fat that was also stuck. So, I'm feeling better than ever. And, I thought that I was done losing weight and that I was in the refine, but turns out I still have more weight to lose and I'm still going. And I couldn't be happier, with our new pilot and how these products are really, really helping even us, people that have been on Optavia. So,
I love that. Thanks. Thanks, Brooke, for sharing. And she was an amazing client previously. And the reason why I believe that, and I just realized like I might be so small that some of you can't see me, so I might pin myself for Catherine and I so you can see me bigger. But the reason why the new products are so amazing is because they are helping people see like our company now is focused on metabolic health, right? So helping people take their health to the next level. So understanding metabolic health factors like Brooke probably didn't know 2 years ago what visceral fat was, like why that was important to, get that to a healthy range because that removes the chances that you're going to have some of those bad things like heart attacks, strokes, diseases that are caused by that internal fat in your body. So we coach you from a metabolic standpoint now rather than, just what do you want your weight to be? So it's really her taking a deeper understanding of what metabolic health looks like because nobody wants to stop like halfway to healthy, right? So as coaches, we're helping our clients really dive deep into their metabolic health, even if it starts out from a vanity standpoint, which is just, drop a few pounds and feel a little bit better. So,
Mhm.
Catherine, so if, just kind of talking a little bit about the program, the products, I know that a lot of people here are probably wondering, like, okay, this is probably not free. Can you talk about what does price look like here? What are people looking at? What's the investment here? Give us a little bit more detail on that.
Okay, so our program runs between about 12 to $14 a day, depending on the plan that you choose. And it's really that's what's so special, as Casey was pinpointing out about the coach. The coach is going to go in and look at your circumstances and see where you are metabolically to then decide what phase you're in. Are you in the reset phase? Are you in the refine phase? Or are you in the renew phase? And each phase has a different price on it because of your different needs. So again, like I said, between 12 to $14, and you guys can figure that later. But the thing is this, I know for me, I was rolling through Starbucks at 12 to $14 a day. Okay. And just for two iced coffees and not even anything else. So it's really I like to tell my clients, and I had to think about this myself when I started. It's not an expense, it's just a reallocation of funds because you're going to save between $300 to $500 at the grocery store by being on this plan. I know we have. And now that my husband and I are both on it, we're saving that much more as well. And we're saving in possible doctor's visits as well. Because, like I said, my labs are perfectly clear now. And so I don't have to worry about how am I going to make that payment for this or make my payment for that because I'm taking care of my health, right? Because you're going to pay for it somehow, no matter what. But again, it's more of a reallocation of funds, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a tailored approach. Some people, and I did put a jot form in the chat, y'all. It's just an information form. Who invited you? You know, what are you maybe struggling with, for yourself? So fill that out. There's no obligation. We're not taking your credit card number or your social security. Just fill it out. It's just an information request form. It'll let, the person know that invited you, that you were here. I just put it in the chat. I'll put it in again. But like Catherine said, I think that was one of the things that I was really stressed out about when I started. But also for me, I knew like Catherine said, like the Starbucks, the eating out, and I always tell people it's priceless, like honestly,
Right.
because it's given me my life and my health back. And
Mm-hmm.
like Catherine, my labs are clear for the first time. My cholesterol's went down 25 points, my triglycerides 40. And y'all, we live in Southern California. We have a family of five, and my two college kids are home, and we usually spend typically about $2,200 a month on groceries. It's crazy. Like the cost of living is super high. Our gas here is, 5.80 a gallon. So my husband and I, save money on program, but there's different programs for every single
Mm-hmm.
human. Like there may be
Mm-hmm.
people out there that just want some healthy snacks. There may be people that are looking to lose body fat. There may be people that are like my workout friends. They love
Right.
some of our products, especially our, amino acids. Like these are for
Mm-hmm.
everybody. My 76-year-old mom, her doctor told her to use our amino acids. So she uses these for muscle health. So all
Mm-hmm.
different things. Don't have a barrier up because of price, because I promise there is something out there that's going to work for you, and it is so simple, like Brooke said. So if there's questions, please throw them in the chat. I want to know, what you guys are thinking. And yeah, Catherine and I would love to answer some things. If we missed anything, there's still some things on your mind that are some major hangups, put them in there, because I'm sure between all the coaches on this call, we've had every objection. But I promise you this, it will definitely help you with. I always tell people, I'm like, nothing ever, ever gets worse by losing weight and getting healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mobility, sleep, inflammation, brain fog, y'all. I don't know how many, 40 to 50-year-old perimenopause women are out there, but I feel like I have more mental clarity. I'm getting up earlier. I'm not dragging myself out of bed. So the program, it's given me my life back. And yeah, it's simple, but we do want to close it out. We want to be respectful of your time. I'm going to put the jot form out there one more time for you guys. And I want to close it out and show you something really quickly if there's no questions. But y'all reach out to your coach, tell them you were here, let them know. Christine said, I have someone asking what the feelings are like. Y'all, they're amazing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are portable, some of them are breakfast items. Like, think of it. I always tell people, like, think about this. Instead of your, oatmeal you're eating in the morning, you're going to have our high protein, high fiber oatmeal, portable things you can take on the go, because I'm a busy mom of three. I was at every sports activity. I had two jobs. I'm sure Catherine, she does, dance and ice skating. She was on the go a ton. So there's going to be all sorts of things you can choose from for people that have every sensitivity in the book. I've coached people with all sorts of things, celiacs, gluten free, every health issue under the sun, I've coached them. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to your coach.
Right.
Anything else you wanted to say, Catherine, before?
Well, I do. I just want to, urge you that we're all in your shoes before. And, nothing changes if nothing changes. And you literally do not have to sit here and go, okay, well, do I have to do this for a year, 3 months, 6 months? And actually, I should touch on that. Here's the thing. All you have to do is give us 28 days. You can do anything for 28 days. And then you can decide after that if this is for you. But I promise you, you can call me crazy later and just go ahead and sign up and be fine with it. You're gonna love it because you're gonna be eating things like a chocolate brownie with Greek yogurt chips. You're gonna be eating a cinnamon roll cake. You're gonna be eating golden pancakes. You're gonna be eating, oh my gosh, the most amazing chicken noodle soup that is out now. I can't even tell you how amazing it is. And then the mashed potatoes, forget it, the sour cream and onion mashed potatoes. I love them. And I make them soupy, so it's kind of like a potato soup. And coming into fall, it's so perfect. Oh
Hmm.
my gosh, I can't even tell you. The cinnamon sugar pretzels, so good. My favorite at night is my chocolate pudding that I have. And I put a little bit of sugar-free Cool Whip on the top. And then I have this brand of sprinkles that's zero carbs, zero sugar. It's called Feast Mode. So I put a little banana cream pie on the top. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing. I get to have that every single night before I go to sleep. And if somebody told me I was going to lose weight from eating pudding every single night before I went to sleep, I'd be like, you're freaking crazy. But I
I
would have
know.
given them 28 days just like I did.
I'm coming to Catherine's house, but one of our coaches, Kristen, always says it's the simplest thing you're ever going to do. If you can, open your mouth and put food in your mouth, you can do this program. And I loved it because I didn't have to count macros. I didn't have to count calories. I didn't have to meal prep, being a busy mom of three with two jobs. I had the right ingredients, the right macros in front of me that were designed by some people way smarter than me, some food scientists, nutritionists, and dietitians to do the exact right thing that I could never do for myself. So I called up a stranger in North Carolina and I told her just what, Catherine said. I said, I'm going to give you 30 days and I'm going to show you what my life looks like now. It was the best 30-day decision that I ever made. So y'all, let me just close this out with myself. Here we go. So y'all,
That's
I just
beautiful.
say that's what 30 days did for me 4 years ago. Don't you want to rewrite your story? It just
Mm-hmm.
takes one decision. Follow the simplest program you've ever done. Y'all reach out to the person that invited you tonight and tell them you'll give them 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a fabulous night.